on the next episode of Dared BlackHearts Spooky Club.
I think that looks pretty awesome. We've got Dracula and Elvira going to the Halloween costume shop.
Tonight at 8 on TV 13.
Well, hello again, ghouls and goblins, and welcome back to the channel. In today's spooky adventure, we're going to look at part 2 of my recent vintage Halloween pickups. Now, a lot of the stuff we're looking at today has come off of eBay. It's come off of Facebook Marketplace. Some of the stuff I have found at local thrift stores. So, the hunt is definitely well worth it when you're highly invested into collecting vintage pieces like me. Because unfortunately, while I enjoy looking at the stuff that big box stores have to offer, there's something about that vintage, nostalgic goodness that just appeals to me, and it has a spooky character unlike anything else. So today's video, I'm going to show you part 2 of these recent pickups. And it does get expensive when you collect vintage. It's definitely a whole lot more expensive than modern. But anyway, what's it going to be? There's only one way to find out, and that's to join me if you dare.
I got a black heart, it's a new start. Welcome to the spooky club. I got a black heart, it's a new start. Welcome to the spooky club. Take that! Join the spooky club.
First up, we're going to focus on a little bit of a collection I've been trying to acquire to kind of complete something from 1991. Now, if you follow the channel, you know how much I absolutely love the Universal Monsters Pepsi and Doritos crossover from 1991 and 1992. Now, I've had so many of these pieces in my collection. I've had like some of the little Doritos Bucks. I've got some of those. It's got the Universal Monsters on it. I've got the Pepsi beat-up box here that had Frankenstein on it from 1991. And I definitely did get my hands on one bag of Doritos from 1991 that has the Universal Monsters on it. But I guess most of those got chewed up by rats over the years. I've looked on eBay. I haven't found any Doritos bags from 1991, but if I ever find one, you better believe I'm going to add it to my collection. So I've got a few pieces of this, like I mentioned, already in my collection, but there are some custom pieces out there that I decided to purchase that were more or less kind of facsimiles, if you will, of the grocery displays that they had for these back then.
We'll return after these messages.
What? No dip?
For a really great Halloween, pick up tons of Pepsi and Doritos.
This one right here came off of Etsy. This is a gotta have a Monster Bash. It's kind of like a big tabletop piece. You see there, it's got the stand on the back. It's kind of bent up. It got bent up in shipping. This is the second time this has happened to me, but you can see this is amazing. It's got the full moon back here behind what appears to be kind of like the Bates Motel house. And then you've got the Universal Monsters here, the Wolfman, the Bride, Frankenstein, Dracula, the creature from the Black Lagoon, the Invisible Man, who's not so invisible. He's enjoying a slice of pizza there, it looks like. Looks like he's holding a slice of pepperoni pizza. I don't think Tombstone Pizza was affiliated with this. It would have made sense, though. But you can see right there, there's the Doritos bag that was a part of the sponsorship. Ruffles, of course, also as well. The Pepsi box that you just saw, they had like the characters on the back. I think Creature from the Black Lagoon was on the back of the Mountain Dew box back then. I think Bride of Frankenstein was on the Diet Pepsi box. Just a super cool piece that I keep around on my desk. And this cost me about $30 shipped off of Etsy. I was hoping I could find it a little bit cheaper, but custom pieces are definitely hard to come by. And when you collect the weird stuff I collect, a lot of vintage and custom pieces are your go-tos, and it's something that you've got to travel down a rabbit hole to find exactly what you're looking for. So I was super happy to find this, and the artwork on it and the color is just simply amazing. It screams 1991. And from the same seller, I love how they put the buy one get one free sticker on here, like you're gonna buy one bag of Doritos and get one free. But from the same seller on Etsy, they had this mini standee of Count Dracula with his Pepsi and his Doritos. Now, if you follow the old channel, I did a Facebook haul where I went and found the about 6.5 foot tall, I guess, standee that had Frankenstein and the Bride on it. I'll show that a little bit later here in the video, as I am again trying to acquire this entire collection. I've got to get a bag of those Doritos. I keep saying it. I think the 1991 flavor I'm after is either the Cool Ranch or the Jumpin' Jack flavor that they don't even make anymore. They should have made it, I guess, for Stranger Things, but they never did. But anyway, this one also was 30 bucks. It's got the stand on the back as well. These are a little flimsy, but I mean, they are cool that they can stand up on your desk, and they're probably about 2 feet tall. They're about 2 feet tall, maybe about 20 inches, maybe not exactly 2 feet tall, but they're pretty decent, I guess. They're the kind of card stock. I mean, like I say, they're kind of flimsy, but you're not going to find this stuff anywhere. The fact that I found the large standee on Marketplace is downright impossible, and to find that for $20 is completely unheard of. But I am glad to add this, because I remember seeing the larger scale version of this in the supermarket in the fall of 1991, and of course, like I mentioned, the Doritos and the Pepsi had all of the Universal monsters on the packaging back then. So it's definitely one of my favorite pieces in my Halloween spooky collection, and that is the Universal Monsters Doritos Pepsi crossover from 1991 through 1992. I believe they did it for 2 seasons.
They went to Cancun. We went to your brothers in Poughkeepsie.
This Halloween, find monster game pieces in Pepsi products and Doritos brand tortilla chips. The right match can win you thousands of prizes to $1 million.
Tear to the seat. The
Look for specially marked packages. Will change your life for good.
You never take out the garbage.
Play Pepsi Doritos Monster Match for monster money.
Something else I am a huge fan of course, is Elvira. Much like all of us growing up back in the day, Elvira was the queen of Halloween. She was everywhere. Now, I remember seeing this at Walgreens about 3 years ago, and I passed on it. Finally, I found it on Facebook Marketplace. Someone was asking $15 for it. I asked them, I said, is there any chance that you would take $10 for it? Because they said that it was missing part of the chia seeds inside, but thankfully last Christmas I found Chia Pet at Walmart after Christmas on clearance for like $4. So I easily have a pack of chia seeds. So, did you ever know that there was an Elvira Chia Pet? That's right, there's an Elvira Chia Pet. It's like everybody's got a Chia Pet now, but there you go, the Mistress of the Dark herself has a Chia Pet. And I assume I'm going to have to eventually make this like a vlog in the community post and show you guys the progress as I try to grow my Elvira Chia Pet. But for $10, I would have probably taken just the box, in all honesty, because that's how cool it is. Elvira, the Mistress of the Dark Chia Pet. But there's one more Elvira item also. Now, if you watched the live streams, you probably saw this, but this was sent to me by Makeup Junkie Barb, who is a long-time supporter of my work here on YouTube. She followed me over from the old channel, and she's supporting me in my new adventures here on the Spooky Club, like so many of you. And shout out to all of you that are returning and supporting me from the old channel, and all of the newbies that have just found me on this new channel. thanks to all of you, the spooky family is definitely a thing. But this was sent to me by Barb because she remembers that I only had the Elvira Toonie Terrors action figure. So she was kind enough to send me this awesome Elvira NECA action figure, complete with the stand. She's got the goblet there, and she's got the skull candelabra there. I guess you can call it a candelabra. But nonetheless, the skull with the candles melting on top of it. Super cool piece, and it is sitting on top of my desk right now. I look at it every time I'm editing a video. So shout out to you, Barb, for sending this. It's definitely got a great home here with me now. Thank you so much.
You know what a teaser is, darling? No? Well, let me, Elvira, give you an example. You can win $1,000 in the Coors Light Spring Green sweepstakes when I give you this phone number. Dial it, and if you're the 50th caller, voila, you win. But I ain't giving it to you just yet. Find out when at this Coors and Coors Light display. And that, darling, is a teaser. I'd give you another one, but I'm not that kind of girl. So, nobody's perfect.
Next up, when I went out thrifting recently, and a lot of you were talking about how great this thrift store was. Now let me tell you, it wasn't always this way in North Carolina. Lately, they've just been popping up here, there, and everywhere, and they're coming hard with great spooky Halloween merchandise at these thrift stores. But there was a time when North Carolina was not like this at all. But the guy was asking $20 for this, but I didn't recognize the sales flyer on his booth until I was walking away, and it said that all items were 50% off. So for $10, I wasn't going to pass this up because I don't have many of these, but I thought it looked cool and it's a great representation. We're kind of circling back around here to Universal Monsters here, and this is almost a decade old at this point now. This is from Mego from 2018. It is the Marty Abrams Mego collection. And there you see it. It is Dracula. And these were limited editions too. They were only doing 10,000 of them. Now 10,000, that's still a lot of action figures. It's not like that's really, really limited. But they are numbered. And this is number 9,148 of 10,000. Of course, the most valuable in this would be number 1 out of 10,000. But I don't care. It's a cool piece. I'm debating whether I want to keep it in the packaging. I kind of think he would be cool standing beside Elvira. I think that looks pretty awesome. We've got Dracula and Elvira going to the Halloween costume shop.
Them bones. It's a game. Battery's not included. Spin the spinner. If you touch the skull, its eyes light and it buzzes. Pick a trombone. Try to pick out all the bones to win the game, but don't touch the skull. Them bones, with the skull that glows in the dark. From Mego.
And I know a lot of you asked me at that same thrift store if I was going to pick up one of these, and the answer, of course, is yes. How could I leave behind the 1994 Christmas wish book? Now, technically, you're like, this is supposed to be a vintage Halloween video. We're not talking about Christmas. But if you watch the channel's videos all the way through, you always hear me say I do all things holiday related, retro related, and spooky related here on the channel, so it fits into the wheelhouse. There's a reason why I'm going to show you this, because there is some Halloween stuff in here. Again, rewind back to the live stream. If you saw that, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but there are a few more things in here that I'm going to show you too. And they were asking $10 for this, and another booth that was 50% off. So a $5 1994 JCPenney Christmas catalog, which is a heck of a buy because most of the time these pull like $50 with shipping on eBay because they're so heavy. But let me open this up and show you why it falls into Halloween. But before I show you that, something fell out of the book. I thought it was a bookmark at first, and technically I guess it can be. It's very 1980s looking. Does anybody know what this is? Well, it can be used for a ruler, but it's something else. It's a slap bracelet. Who remembers the slap bracelets? So I got a JCPenney 1994 Christmas catalog, and a slap bracelet falls out. This is amazing. You know, I'm digging this slap bracelet. This might be part of my new wardrobe. I actually really like this. I used to have Simpsons ones when I was a kid. Oh man, this is like, anytime you get something you weren't expecting, it's just like Christmas, right? Now this is what I wanted to show you. Halloween blow molds from the JCPenney Christmas catalog. There's the jack-o'-lantern that everybody had back in the day, the ghost, the cat, and now this one now is a really sought-after piece. The black cat on top of the jack-o'-lantern there, kind of the wonky face. That one pulls well over $200 in prestige condition. But in 1994, from the JCPenney catalog, these were pulling $29.99 each. Isn't that wild? When probably this year at Cracker Barrel, blow molds this same size are going to probably pull close to $200, I assume. They also had Christmas ones also, but this isn't a Christmas video today. 13 Dead End Drive, going for around $20 back then. You know, board game prices really have not gone up a lot in the last 3 decades. And what spooky toy screams 1994 better than creepy crawlers? It was probably under a lot of Christmas trees back then, and it was going for $13.99 for the creepy crawlers.
Creepy crawlers! They're bigger, uglier, nastier than before. See one disgusting bug, you can bet there are plenty more. Creepy crawlers! New Creepy Crawlers Creature Creator Workshop comes with everything you see here.
So while I'm still at that thrift store, I'm still shopping and I'm still digging deep into my wallet and buying anything that I feel like is speaking to me. And this was definitely speaking to me for $1. And I'll probably end up giving it to my grandson so he can scribble in it and have fun. But for $1 for the Spirit Halloween coloring book, I wasn't going to pass it up. It even has the wacky mole mask on the back. Super cool piece. And it's got all the goblins that you would know and love from Spirit Halloween. And here are some of the animatronics that you can color. That's a really cool one there. Never been used before. I love this one right here. There's not really much you can color here though, because the skeleton suit is already black and white. But anyway, $1 for this. So I'm sure he will definitely have a good time doing this the older he gets. Love it. There's a witch one in here too somewhere I saw. Looks really fun to color. Oh, that one's cool. But anyway, nonetheless, a Spirit Halloween coloring book, and I think they still sell these every year at Spirit.
Boo! It's scary time at Spirit Halloween in Bonita Lakes Mall. We have many spooktacular costumes for the little goblin, or the giant monsters for both boys and ghouls. Plus, at Spirit, spooky things for your home are everywhere, not just hiding under your bed. From Frankenstein to zombies, to Ninja Turtles to Superman to... What? Okay. I tell you, Spirit Halloween, it's so much fun, it's scary.
Halloween Maniacs sent me a few pieces here. They recently went to a Halfway to Halloween convention, and they sent me some awesome pickups. Halloween Maniacs, much like my channel, they do a heavy focus on vintage and retro Halloween. So if you like that type of content, hop over, give them a subscribe, and they've got awesome content. And they were nice enough to send me from Series 1 from NECA, the Ben Cooper vampire here. I actually had this costume when I was a kid. I slept on this about 2 or 3 years ago when it was first released in one of the Bloody Disgusting drops at Walmart, and I instantly regretted it. And the prices for it on eBay have gotten up to $30. So I wasn't gonna want it that bad that I was going to spend that kind of dough on it on eBay, because there's so many other pieces that are in the front of the line before I would have gotten to this. But I don't have to worry about that now because the Maniacs sent it to me. But they sent another one also. They also sent the Wicked Witch. Gotta love these pieces. Super, super cool. So shout out to the Halloween Maniacs. I found this one at Walmart recently. Was marked down to $5 for the Wonder Woman superhero costume. I believe this was like Series 2 or Series 3. So if you're looking for some of these, check your Walmarts, because they're definitely hitting the clearance aisle for these. For some reason, they're just not taking off in retail. They're cool in my opinion, but collectors for some reason are not getting on board with them. Maybe they need to change the price to maybe $14.99 standard retail price, and then maybe they would move a little bit better. But I didn't see any new ones pop up in the new Bloody Disgusting display, so I don't know if we're going to get many more drops of these, unfortunately. So grab them while you can, while they're affordable.
We'll return after these messages.
What's cool this year in Halloween costumes?
Madonna, Chuck Norris, Minnie Mouse.
As you can see, everyone has their own opinion, but it seems that cartoon characters, superheroes, and rock stars are the most popular costumes for today's trick-or-treater.
Alright, next up, I'm going to have to take you outside, because some of the pieces off of Marketplace I have not cleaned up yet, and I'm not bringing them into my house until they're clean, because they look pretty grungy right now. But I found a kind of modern blow mold lot on Facebook Marketplace. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. And they had a few other pieces as well. Modern, yes, but vintage in style and spirit, kind of. So let's go outside.
You've taught your children to be polite and friendly, but have you taught them when not to be?
Hi there. Do you live around here?
Uh-huh.
You going to school?
Yes.
Well, I could give you a ride.
Last year, 50,000 children disappeared, many of them from nice, safe neighborhoods.
It's okay. Come on, hop in.
Talk to your children about not talking to strangers, and do it today. A message for your child's safety from the American Medical Association.
Okay, so first, before we get to the pickups from Marketplace, let's circle back here to the Marketplace pickup from last year and come full circle with the Doritos Pepsi display. This is the one that I was telling you about that's about 6.5 feet tall. It is a huge piece. I really don't know where to put it. I thought about putting it maybe on the other side of Freddy behind me in the studio, who wears the 3D glasses. This one's from 1992. You see that Frankenstein's wearing the tie-dyed t-shirt. He's wearing a Universal Studios pin on his jacket, and he's grabbing for the nacho cheese Doritos and the can of Pepsi. The can of Pepsi there is just kind of floating in space. I don't understand the logics in that, but it's a cool piece. It's a little beat up. It's got tape holding it in place. But these go for about $400 or $500 on eBay. I was lucky enough about 6 or 7 months ago to score this off of Marketplace for $20. One of my prized possessions when it comes to retail marketing. I've just got to find the right place to put it. Now here we go. These are from Target a few years ago. They're all battery operated. My plan here is to convert them into plug-ins, and they're all cool. I mean, they're all modern, but they're about 6 years old at this point. They need to be cleaned up. They're a little dirty. Someone had them in storage, I assume, but I got the entire lot off of Marketplace. They were asking $40. I was able to get it for $25. None of them work. None of them have batteries in it right now, so I can't light them up. But this is a project in the works. I'll probably do a video on all of these, converting them into plug-ins. Probably another 5 years from now, these will be considered retro and vintage. So definitely glad I didn't sleep on it and got them off of Marketplace, because I feel like they wouldn't have lasted long and I would have regretted not getting them. Same seller also bought these out. They were from Walmart around the same time frame. They kind of look like the Joanna Parker style Halloween decor. Threw these in for an extra $5, so I was $30 in for all of the blow molds and these two little tabletop statue pieces. You see, they used to be $10 each. It's the Walmart Celebrate brand, $9 each, excuse me, close enough, $10 with tax. But haven't seen stuff like this at Walmart in about 2 or 3 seasons now, so I'm hoping that they bring some of this back. And Target, of course, always comes hard with the blow molds every year, so I'm sure they'll be adding some to their collection for 2026 as well. Probably dropping soon, right after you watch this video, since it's Memorial Day weekend as I'm filming this. Target normally drops early June, but everybody's earlier this year, so stay tuned. And different Facebook marketplace seller, but this was available online for $10. It's 5.5 feet. It's the creepy pumpkin man inflatable. You can tell kind of from the artwork and the color scheme here on the box. I would say this came from a place like Eckerd or Rite Aid or Carr sometime in the early to late 2000s, maybe early 2010s at its latest. You can tell from the price tag there. I'm definitely going to say it's probably like a Rite Aid price tag sticker, and the purple and yellow box definitely screams 2000s. It's in here. Haven't tested it yet to see if it works, but for $10 the price was right. I don't do inflatables a lot, but seeing that it felt kind of vintage now, seeing that it's probably about 15 years old, the box spoke to me and it wasn't far from the other location, so I decided why not pick it up, because I am a sucker for some of these old Rite Aid pieces.
This year, Halloween is on a Saturday, so come into Liverdiers where they have everything for the perfect monster mash. The eeriest of costumes, the most frighteningly wonderful makeup, and accessories that will knock your eyes out. All this plus everything you need for your party.
Halloween at Liverdiers. It's not just for kids anymore.
Alright, so once I get them cleaned up, they're definitely coming inside. Where I'm going to put them, I have no clue.
Tonight at 8, Raggedy Ann and Andy help a sad little pumpkin find a home on Halloween in the children's special, The Pumpkin Who Couldn't Smile, here on WUTV, Buffalo 29.
Physical media pickup. I always try to pick up some kind of physical media. I did not get lucky this time and find anything for 25 cents like I normally do, but we're going to travel back to the thrift store. They did have a VHS collection, which most thrift stores do. Now, I already own this, so I wasn't going to pick this up until I checked the back of it, because I wanted to see on the back of it if it was the McDonald's version, because McDonald's at one point in time sold VHS tapes. They sold E.T., they sold the Addams Family, they sold all kinds of VHS, and occasionally you would get a spooky drop in there. And sure enough, as soon as I flipped it around, it was the one that had the McDonald's stamp on the back. You can see right there, it says purchased at McDonald's. So I grabbed it, wasn't going to sleep on it, only set me back $1, and I'm happy with it, seeing that it's the McDonald's version.
Hurry to McDonald's Holiday Film Festival, featuring the classic Charlotte's Web, unbelievably priced at just $5.99 when you buy any large sandwich. Or get the hit Ghost. Yes! Or the Addams Family. Showtime! Or Wayne's World. Just $5.99 each when you buy any large sandwich. No way. You can see these new movies at theaters and own the originals. But hurry, because these values will be gone in a flash. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
And to close it all out, since we just talked about a McDonald's Addams Family tape, I got this print off of Etsy as well, and I'm probably going to put it in a frame. This is something that's near and dear to my heart, because I remember my mom taking me to Hardee's in the summer of 1989 when it was about 80 degrees outside. It wasn't as hot back then in those summers, and thankfully it's not this year. The summer this year of 2026 is actually reminding me of the summers of the 80s and the 90s where it wasn't a million degrees. But anyway, it was 80 degrees then, and it felt hot to me when I was 9 years old, and this hit the spot on that hot July day. It was the Hardee's Ghostbusters 2 Slimer Sundae. I remember that like it was yesterday. I can still taste it to this day. This is about a 12 by 12 print, and I'm going to put it in a frame and hang it up here on my wall. But I remember seeing this on the countertop at Hardee's, and they also had the little ghost zappers, which I had the red one of that still. Man, this would really hit the spot today as it's starting to warm up here in North Carolina. But sound off in the comments below if you remember the Ghostbusters 2 Slimer Sundae.
Happy Halloween from Channel 13. Ghostbusters slowly. Yow! I know something scary. Cavities. Time to brush.
Aw, Mom! Hey! Mom got a Slimer toothpaste! Ooh! It's Slimer! Let's play Cavity Busters! Toothbrush, Ray. Checky gun. Slimer toothpaste, Ray. Checky gun. Ready? Let's brush! No ghosts in there, Mom!
Slimer Grape or Bubblegum Fluoride Toothpaste available at Target, Osco, Save-On, Stop and Shop, and Finest.
There you go. Another week. Another few bucks spent out of my pocket. Halloween and horror and vintage toys. They always get me. I'm a sucker for it. But, oh well. You've got to have your vice in life to stay happy and sane, right? So, sound off in the comments below if you own any of this stuff or if you plan on getting any of this stuff. And if you like this type of stuff, I do all types of this stuff here on Derek BlackHearts Spooky Club, including Halloween, Summerween, Christmas, all holidays, retro, everything like that, and even food reviews. I'm thinking about that Slimer Sundae right now, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to make my own. And I even got a free bracelet today. Can you believe it? It's amazing. But anyway, I do all of that stuff here on Derek BlackHearts Spooky Club. So if you're new here, how about slashing that subscribe button and joining the club, and also turning on that notification bell so you don't miss a moment of the spooky retro fun that I have here on the channel. And until next time, I'll see you on the dark side.
Thank you for watching Channel 7. This is KGO TV, serving the Bay Area. This concludes our broadcast day.